But why Open RAN? We want to reduce the dependency on RAN vendors. We want to make sure that there is no vendor lock-in for telco operator. Telco operators want to work with multiple suppliers so that there is flexibility, there is bargaining, there is lot of implementation related flexibilities for telco operators. This is also going to promote innovation. There are a lot of small time players who can actually come into the RAN space, because when we open the RAN is a complex part of telecom network. So when we open the RAN, there are multiple small components in the RAN which can come from different vendors, right? So Open RAN, there is a question by one of the participants regarding what happens when it comes to small cell implementation. In small cell implementation, there are a couple of strategies. If you hold on to the session for another 10-15 minutes, we will hit on small cell implementation plan. Yes, some of those RAN components will be implemented together and closer to the base station. Maybe very few, one component could be centralized in the radio, but majority of those components which are split can come together and sit on one box in the small cell implementation, especially in FR2, because 5G works on two frequency ranges. One is FR1 and another is FR2. In FR2, because it is millimeter wave and we have challenges of coverage, it's mostly small cell implementation. There, some components of RAN can come together and sit very closer to the user. Wherein in FR1, we can really implement the split properly. We will come to that. Hope that gives you some idea to begin with. So, if there are multiple players who are able to provide solutions, if there are multiple players, then there could be a lot of innovation. There are players who can specialize themselves in radio resource management. There are players who can specialize themselves in orchestration. There are players who could specialize in file layer. There are players who could specialize themselves in MAC, RLC. So there are multiple functions within RAN which can come from different vendors and different suppliers. So that actually gives lots of flexibility to telco operators. And all these solutions, RAN solutions, we want software centric. We don't want hardware based network. As I mentioned, we want to implement these on open source hardware, on a open source OS, right? And we want to virtualize the RAN and get the benefits of virtualization. So how can we achieve this? Is by splitting the RAN into multiple components and make sure that there is least dependency on hardware. Nevertheless, there are some components of RAN are RF related, and those are going to be bit of hardware specific, but still there is a lot of function in the radio which are software centric and compute specific, which can come on a computing platform, which do not need a proprietary hardware. We will look into those. And one major aspect of RAN is also when the operator is locked with a particular vendor, whenever operator wants to upgrade, introduce a new feature, introduce a new service, there could be some hardware changes that may be needed in the radio. There could be software changes. So if I work with a particular vendor, time taken to implement these new services and upgrade the network can really be large, which will not sustain in today's dynamic environment. We want solutions which can be quickly implemented, which can be quickly upgraded, and we want certain things to, be available to the customers tomorrow. If I decide today, I want those things to be available at least within shortest time possible, which is not the case with proprietary hardware, proprietary software based solution, where entire solutions come from one vendor, and vendor will need, because elephant will take its own time to make that, one step, right? So if there are multiple players contributing in a miniature form, in a microservice form, we can all work with all of them and they can all contribute. So with the approach to virtualization, hopefully it will be mostly the software based changes that we need to do, which can be quick instead of hardware based. And some of the benefits of Open RAN is flexibility to implement RAN for operator. They can buy hardware from one vendor, software from another vendor, one particular hardware for one vendor, and there are so so. So the point is, this gives lots of flexibility to telcos. So I see there are lots of questions. As I said, some of those questions I may uh, take it at the end, but nevertheless, there will be always conflict between different vendors. This is a very good question. So if the interfaces are proprietary between two components, just to quickly address that question, if the interfaces are proprietary, we cannot implement two different solutions from two different vendors. If the interface is open, when I say open, if the interface is standard, let's say this is component A within RAN, this is component B within RAN, and this interface is standard, and what is done in A and what is done in B is well defined and standardized, I can very well go for a solution provided by vendor 1 for A, vendor 2 for B, and this interface is standard. So they should so interoperability is a key thing which is a deciding factor for ORAN to really, kickstart in the market. Interoperability is a major area, and that's where ORAN tries to define certain interoperability scenarios. So that's a valid question. So these complexities still will be there, but these advantages, what we mentioned here, are a big positives that operators are looking for in the in Open RAN implementation. So how do we open the RAN? So how do we open the